Hello and welcome back to Rawslowgaming and our Let's Play series here in Football Manager 2019 with Bath City Football Club. We're currently in our third season and first season in Vanarama National League, and we're about 1/4 of the season into the season, and we have been doing really good here. We are trying to avoid a relegation, but we are up here in 11th place, so pretty secure for now. And we tried to sign a player last episode, and he's agreed to sign here with us, which is very good. We have signed him here for a pretty long contract, but he's much better than our current center back available to us, so that's very nice here. And we'll check out his report here. So yeah, exactly, he's only 3.5 stars though. We thought that he might be 4 stars, but 3.5 stars is really pretty darn good. Hayden was that before, but yeah, this is nice. He's very well suited to Vanarama National Football, and that's pretty nice. Marking, heading and tackling here isn't that great though, but nonetheless nice to get a better player here into the team. And we'll ask Bront here to welcome Tavares into our team, so we will definitely get his chance here straight away against Torquay, who are 23rd in the league. Our upcoming game, we'll play it away as an away team, so we'll probably be a little bit harder than it looks. We have had trouble with away games in general in the past, but hopefully we can make something happen here nonetheless. So let's check the pre-match tactical advice here from our assistant manager Jim Rollo. So we'll add these suggested team instructions and remove one of the same. And according to the bookmakers here, we are slight favorites in the game against Torquay, so hopefully we can make that happen as they think. And we are here in getting the draw for the English FA Cup 4th round of qualification. So we'll meet Hereford, who are having an alright season, I'd guess I'd say, in Vanarama National League North. So hopefully we can win that game pretty easy, and it's at home as well, so that's pretty nice. So we'll go to the team selection here, and I guess we'll be able to choose Tavares, or maybe he's on international duty already. We'll see that once we get to the team selection, which we do now. So let's see here. Tavares, no, he's all right. So we'll put in Tavares instead of Candy. Batten had a really good game last game, so we'll let Batten back in there, and we'll actually play Hayden and Tavares together, who are our best choice there. Let's check here on Genovese how he did in last game. So 6.8, which is all right. And let's check Merch here as well, and he's also doing all right there. So no changes to the team in the defense more than that. And let's see here, we have Stuart back, so we'll put out Tarek White here. And let's see here, Tarek White, I think we want you on the bench here. Instead of instead of Campbell Gordon here. So we have both Batten and Candy here on outside the bench as well, which we will change here. So we'll bring on Batten on the bench, and so we have one midfielder, one striker, and another midfielder. Actually, we have 3 possible strikers here, so I guess we will put in Hutton once again and take out Rob Rogers here from the bench. And let's see here, we have no more players that we want to take on, or well, we want to take on Gray, Paxman and Adloy, but we can't really, so because they are suspended or injured. And we'll move Rob Rogers back down to under 18s here, and we'll go to the match here with this lineup. So we'll give an auto number to Tavares. We'll kick off the match here. So a pretty slow start, but the highlights seem to be for Torquay here Torquay seems to be leading the game there in the beginning. But we do have a highlight here in the 12th or 13th minute, looking to be for Bass, and it's from cross from Markenley into Oliver, and it's a goal here for Bass City, making the lead here 1-0 for Bass versus Torquay. So a bad clearance there from their left back, and a very nice crossing and first touch finish there by Oliver. So very nice play there by Markenley and Oliver together. Very, very good. So that's very nice, and we seem to be clawing our way back into the game here. We did seem to have a little bit of a slow start, I'd say, but we got that first goal in, so that's all good. Hopefully we can keep it up. We have a highlight here, corner from Stewart, and it's a long misses everybody, so it's back to Markenley, to Tavares, Markenley, and here's the cross, a failed cross, so it will be counter-attack here for Torquay versus our keeper, and it's a goal here for Torquay United, unfortunately making it all equal here, 1-1 for Bass City versus Torquay. So a little bit unfortunate there with that counter-attack, and our defender there taking totally the wrong line, unfortunately for some reason. Don't really know why, but I guess that might have been Tavares as well, or maybe Genovese there, that seemed to have a very low rating. So the scoreline after one half then, 1-1 for Bass City versus Torquay. Shots 6-8, shots on target 5-5, and possession 52-48%. So let's look here on the rating. So overall, all players doing alright, other than Genovese and Brunt, who are both having very bad games. So we'll be assertive, and we'll say that we are not happy with their performance on those players. So we'll continue the game here, and hopefully they can improve themselves here straight away in the second half. If not, they will be off the pitch here very shortly. So not really looking to be the case that we see any improvement from those players. So we'll bring on Malaluz instead of Brunt. We'll let him play as pressing forward. We'll bring on Batten instead of Genovese. I guess we should bring on someone instead for Sean Rigg. So we'll bring on Tarek White instead of Sean Rigg. And we'll hope that the players can keep it together here and make a goal. So we can take the win that we should have here against one of the worst teams in the league at the moment. It would certainly look like a pretty dangerous chance there for Torquay. But the highlight comes back straight after here, and it's Torquay versus our keeper, and our keeper puts the shot wide, so saves the shot there, luckily for us. Hopefully we can defend against this corner as well. Corner out to their player outside the box, and they get the second chance to cross, and our keeper saves once again the header there that looked pretty darn dangerous. And highlight here, Stewart with the free kick. Went over everyone, so outside to Oliver, and Oliver crosses the ball once again. And it's a free kick here for us. And unfortunately no highlight. A free kick here instead for Torquay, just over the bar. So only 10 minutes to go here. Hopefully we can, well, I guess we will be pretty happy with a draw here. Looking at how the play is, seems to be pretty much for Torquay, but we might have a chance here. Oliver versus the keeper. Very good shot there, I'd say, on the ground, or yeah, on the ground. But the keeper managed to save here. We have the 93rd minute, so one last chance, or just a highlight for the final whistle. And it's Stewart there, but just over the bar. A very good pass led up to that chance. Unfortunately, Stewart didn't manage to finish it into the goal at that time. But a key player for us, definitely. And yeah, only seconds to go now until the final whistle, so just waiting on that. And we'll see here what happens these last few seconds. Probably not much, and that's the final whistle done. So the final scoreline 1-1 for Bath City versus Torquay. Shots 9-17, shots on target 6-10, and possession 52-48%. And looking at the ratings of our players, I'd say they all did pretty well overall, except all the players that we subbed off. So I guess it's an alright result, not the best, but alright, I feel. So hopefully we can improve here in our next match. We're still 11th here in the league, which is pretty nice. We maintain an unbeaten record here for 5 matches, I believe. Next game is at home against Ebbsfleet United, who are 7th in the league, so will be definitely a pretty hard game. And unfortunately we can't play Tavares in the team as he's on international duty. And our under-18s got defeated in the first qualification round of the FA Cup of under-18s, unfortunately, but not much to say about that, since we do have a pretty weak under-18s team. We do have planned improvement next season for the under-18s, so that's nice. But unfortunately, quite the long way off until we do that. Let's see here, we are scouting Ethan Burnett here as a midfielder. And let's see here. And he's joined Gloucester on a trial here. So we'll actually keep scouting him nonetheless. And let's see here. Tavares had a pretty decent game in his under 21s match for Croatia. We have some pre-match tactical advice here from Jim Rollo. So we got one team instruction to add, so we'll add that. And we are super underdogs here according to the bookmakers for the upcoming game against Ebbsfleet. So we'll go through this scouting meeting, and we have a couple of old players that would be good for the team, but we don't really want to sign old players. We had a decent training week here with 7.07 overall last week. Looking alright, and we have a few players that we will criticize here for their training performance. which is White and Hodges here. So we'll go to the team selection here very shortly. And we have been chosen here for an upcoming match pretty soon for TV coverage, and we'll gain 6k for that match, which is pretty nice. So we go to the team selection here. So we can select Tavares as said here. So we'll play Batten instead, and we'll bring Candy to the bench. And Gray and Adeloy and Paxman still out and injured, and or still with suspensions and injuries. So we'll let the rest of the team play. We'll kick off this match here and hope that we can perform here against definitely the better team. So definitely we'll be glad if we manage to draw here, I'd say. So I highlight here in the 4th minute, throwing for Ebbsfleet. We're defending them outside the penalty box here. And Stewart breaks the ball here on a bad pass and driving it up to Oliver. And Oliver takes it up here and to Mark and I wait, and it's into Brunt. It's a goal for Bath City here, making the lead 1-0 for Bath City versus Ebbsfleet here in the 5th minute. So a very early lead and very good stuff here actually. Very nice play by Oliver there. Great cross from Mark and I, and great finish as well for Brunt. Didn't expect that, but yeah. If we win this game, that would be even better, of course. But said, definitely not something that we are expecting at all. So I highlight once again in the 30 minute here. Once again, Ebbsfleet just outside our penalty area. And we break the ball once again in just there. And the ball up to Rigg here on the left-hand side. Drives the ball forward or into the middle and puts it wide to Markanday, and the cross comes in and to Rigg, and it's a pretty bad pass, and it's cleared by Ebbsfleet, and they are coming up here, and it's Ebbsfleet 1-on-1 versus our keeper, and it's a goal here for Ebbsfleet United, unfortunately making it 1-1 for Bath City versus Ebbsfleet. Here in the 14th minute, so a little bit unlucky there. We did seem to have a very, very good chance, but Ebbsfleet coming back there on the counter-attack. And highlight straight after with a free kick from Ebbsfleet, but just outside the post, so that's good. And another highlight here in the 27th minute, throwing for Bath City or for us, and it's a bad pass here in the final touches, and it's once again Ebbsfleet versus our keeper, and our keeper saves there. Very good stuff, and a very good save there by both Ebbsfleet and for Bath City. And here's the corner, and Barrett's our keeper saves once again. When the striker or one of the players of Ebbsfleet is basically headed straight into our keeper. So only minutes to go here, or seconds to go here of the first half. We do get a highlight here in the 47 minutes, so probably the last thing that will happen. The ball currently with us in the midfield. Rigg on the left hand side passes it into Hill, passes it into Stewart in the center, passes it a little bit wide to Merch, and headed out to Genovese and to Rigg on the left hand side, and it's a cross, and it's Oliver gets 2 chances, and it's a goal for Bath City here, making the lead 2-1 for Bath City just before the end of the first half. What a finish there by Oliver, and we have very much the whole team very high up on the pitch, and Oliver kicking the ball into the top bar first and getting a second chance on the rebound and making it into the goal. Very, very good stuff there. So that's the end of the first half. The scoreline 2-1 for Bath City versus Ebbsfleet. Shots 5-10, shots on target 1-5, possession 43-57%. So definitely very happy with the result so far. We have actually just one shot on target, but even though we have 2 goals, which is pretty funny. Let's take a look here on the player ratings. So overall, looking all good. We have all players performing really well here. So we'll just kick off the match and hope that they can keep on performing. And we'll probably do substitution around the 60-minute mark here as usual. Maybe a little bit earlier, since we do have Markanday looking very tired. And we have Stuart here with the corner, and just straight into the keeper's hands of Pierce. So a lot of fruits taking care of that ball. And goal kick there from Pierce, and we're taking the ball up to our penalty box, but it's broken or braked by our defense, and we get a counter attack by Oliver, but unfortunately he shoots just wide. We'll make some substitution here in the 60-minute mark. So we'll put in Malaluz instead of Markanday, who's very tired, and then I think we'll switch out Stuart here instead and put White on, just since he have a yellow card and is pretty tired as well. And we'll wait with making more than 2 substitutions here in this game. And it's a super shot there from Ebbsfleet and a super save by our keeper. Very, very good stuff there. So definitely have made a change, I feel, bringing on our new keeper. Doing a lot here for us, Barrett. So that's very, very nice. I think he's been very good in a lot of matches here. And we do seem to have a counter-attack, but not really the case. Ebbsfleet getting through here, it seems, on the right-hand side. And the cross is in, and it's a goal here for Bath City by Gnandulget. And not the easiest name to say, but I tried to say it. They probably butchered it, but nonetheless can't say that. Well, pretty bad defender there by our defender, but a good goal there, and I can't say that it wasn't expected. Can't say that we expected to win this match, so to say. But Batten missing in that marking, I guess, with a very bad rating here. So if we get the chance, we'll sub him out. And unfortunately, it's another goal here for Ebbsfleet United, making it 2-3 here for Bath City versus Ebbsfleet. So we'll show some passion here directly, and we'll see if we make a substitution here as well. So a little bit unlucky, I'd say, but not really. So we have our defenders really underperforming here, I'd say. So we'll take off Patton and put Cundy on instead here, and we'll show some passion here. Once again, just to try to see if we can get anything happening here. We do have a highlight here in the 92nd minute, but it looks to be for Ebbsfleet, unfortunately. And yeah, it is. And they score again, making the lead 4-2 for Ebbsfleet versus Bath. And it all looked so good in the game before, but in the end, Ebbsfleet makes the win, and they should have been doing, and pretty bad performance there by Barrett. I'd say that was his first mistake here in the match, which is a little bit unlucky, but it is what it is. And we have 1 minute to go here, and I guess this is a highlight only for the final whistle, really, but we'll wait and see. ball going all the way back to our keeper now, from their keeper really, and a long ball up towards Brunt. Maybe we do get in one last chance and consolidation, or another consolidation goal, and that's the case. So a little bit of a reduction here, making the scoreline 3-4 for Bassett versus Ebbsfleet. And too bad that we had a little bit of a hassle there in the middle, so to say, but it's another goal there from Oliver, and very nice stuff there overall. So final whistle now in a second. And that's the final whistle done. The scoreline 3-4 for Bassett versus Ebbsfleet. Shots 10-19, shots on target 4-10, possession 42-58%. So overall, not too unhappy with the result. Pretty much as expected. A lot more goals than expected though. A little bit unlucky here in the middle of the second half, losing the lead like that, and basically our defense actually collapsing there a little bit. So I'm happy with how the lads play, but a little bit unhappy how our defenders performed there in the second half really, and I'd say our keeper as well, having a worse rating in the second half. So definitely a collapse here in the defense. A little bit unlucky that happened. If that wasn't the case, I guess we maybe could have won that game as well. But overall, an alright game. And we are now 12th in the league after 14 matches with 18 points. So we're still doing pretty darn well overall. So let's take a look here on our mail. So a decent attendance here as well, with 1074 attending in that game, and we'll praise Oliver here for a very good performance in that game. And actually, talking about attendance here, exactly, we'll take a look here at the average attendance. So we have an average of 1105 attending the games, which are 20th highest in the league, so pretty much worst of them all actually. So let's take a look here in Benelux National League, and we'll check the season preview, and we have lost a lot here in the ratings or the odds, I'd say, to 151 times the money that we would win the league. And well, we will not win the league, but we could do quite sure, hopefully we won't be in any relegation battle. But let's take a look here on the average attendance here. So exactly, we are very far off here from being here between 1400 and 2k attending the game in average. So that's a little bit unfortunate that it is not better, so we'll probably struggle a little bit with that in our finances due to having a very bad attendance comparing to the rest of the teams. And let's actually take a look here at the salary per annum, so per year, and we're basically definitely between among the teams that are spending least. So we have teams spending over 2.5 million per year, and we are only spending 336k, so almost 10 times as much. So that is something we'll work on, but we can't improve or increase that wage budget that much, of course, since we don't have the attendance going with that together, so to say. Anyway, that will be everything for this episode. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you have done so, remember to smash that like button, and if you haven't done so already, do hit that subscription button as well, so you're not missing out on any of the new content that we bring to you daily here at Rawslowgaming. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.